In this video, we are going to see about the gaseous hypothesis of Immanuel Kant. The gaseous hypothesis of Immanuel Kant is a monistic concept involving only one heavenly body for the formation of the solar system. Kant assumed that the primordial matter was scattered in the universe. What is primordial matter? Primordial matter is nothing but a cloud of cold, motionless solid particles. In the current context, the primordial matter can be related to nebula. Nebula is nothing but a cloud of gas and dust present in the universe. According to Kant, the particles in the primordial matter collided with one another due to mutual gravitational attraction. This assertion of Kant was based on Newton's law of gravitation. Every particle of matter attracts every other particle with a force which is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. If we consider two particles of mass m1 and m2, then the gravitational force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. So you could see that the gravitational attraction between the particle caused the collision of the particles, and eventually the collision of the particles led to randomized motion of the particles. The random motion of the particles eventually caused the rotatory motion of the primordial matter. So the random motion of the particles led to rotatory motion of the primordial matter about its own axis. The collision of the particles led to development of friction, which generated heat. Slowly the temperature of the primordial matter started increasing. So as the temperature of the primordial matter increased, the rate of collision and the random motion of the particles also increased. This led to enhancement of rotatory speed of the primordial matter. This was the argument made by Immanuel Kant. So you could see here that the speed of the nebula has increased after the increase in heat. As the heat increased, the solid particles in the primordial matter changed to gaseous state. Thus, the initial primordial matter changed to hot rotating nebula. So, as the solid particles changed to gaseous particles, the volume of the particles increased, and eventually the volume of the primordial matter also increased. That is, the heat caused the expansion of the primordial matter. Kant argued that as the primordial matter expanded, the angular velocity of the primordial matter also increased. So we can consider the angular velocity as omega. As the expansion of the primordial matter took place, the angular velocity increased. That was the assertion made by Kant. Due to consistent expansion of the primordial matter, the angular velocity became so high that the centrifugal force increased. The centrifugal force is nothing but the Fichte's force which expands the nebula. When centrifugal force exceeds the centripetal force is nothing but the gravitational pull of the nebula. When the centrifugal force exceeds the centripetal force, a bulge occurs at the equatorial region of the nebula. So which was the reason for formation of future planets? So as the centrifugal force exceeded the centripetal force, a discrete number of rings were thrown out of primordial matter, and the rings condensed to form A core. The core eventually grew into planets, and the residual nebula is nothing but the present Sun. In current context, according to theory, we can say that 8 rings got separated from the nebula to form 8 planets.